children. So far we were learning about what is marketing, the recent trends in marketing, consumerism, consumer protection, and so on. Now we will learn about what is management and its principles. Last class you have learned about what is management, its concept, definition and administration. In today's topic we are going to see about two experts who have developed the principles of management. The first one is F.W. Taylor, Frederick Winslow Taylor. He has brought about a scientific approach to managing the workforce after his experiments with the African and South American slaves employed in a coal field in England. His aim was absolute harmony in workplace for overall productivity of the organization. Now he has laid out 5 principles. These are scientific principles, otherwise called as the operational principles. They are from the supervisory management. F.W. Taylor is recognized as the father of scientific management, who attempted to introduce a rational and systematic approach to management. Emphasis is given to planning, standardizing and improving human efficiency at the different operational levels in order to maximize output with minimum input. So he is emphasizing on productivity. Next we will see the first concept, the first principle, science not a rule of thumb. Rule of thumb means decisions taken by a manager as per their personal judgment. This principle is concerned with selecting the best way of performing a job through the application of scientific analysis and not by intuition or hit and trial method. According to Taylor, even a small production activity like loading iron sheets into boxcars can be scientifically planned. This will help in saving time as well as human energy. The next principle is harmony, not discord. Taylor emphasized that there should be a complete harmony between the workers and the management. There should be a complete change in the attitude, outlook of workers and management towards each other. Now, it should be always kept in mind that prosperity for an employer cannot exist for a long time unless it is accompanied by the prosperity of the employees of that organization, and this is possible only when the management is ready to share the surplus with the workers, training the employees, team spirit, positive attitude and discipline is maintained. Next we will see mental revolution. The technique of mental revolution involves a change in the attitude of workers and management towards each other. Now both should realize the importance of each other and should work with full cooperation. Management as well as workers should aim to increase the profits of the organization. Mental revolution requires a complete change in the outlook of both management and workers. There should be a spirit of togetherness between workers and management. For this, the workers should put their best efforts so that the company makes profit, and on the other hand, management should share part of its profits with the workers. Next we will see cooperation, not individualism. This principle is an extension of principle of harmony, not discord, and lays stress on mutual cooperation between workers. Here we can see cooperation, mutual confidence, sense of goodwill should prevail among both the managers and the workers. Workers should be considered as part of management. At the same time, workers should also resist from going on strike, making unnecessary demands from management. Management should always guide, encourage and help the workers. Both of them should visualize themselves as two pillars whose soundness alone can ensure achievement of common goal of the organization. Next we will see development of each and every person to his or her greatest efficiency and prosperity. Efficiency of any organization depends upon the skill and capabilities of its employees. Training the workers was considered essential in order to bring out their efficiency. efficient employees produce more to earn more. The principles of Taylor's scientific management theory became widely practiced, and the resulting cooperation between workers and managers eventually developed into a teamwork that we are enjoying today, that is a team spirit. Next, we will see the principles of modern management. Henry Fayol, the father of administrative management, has laid down 14 principles. The management principles are the universally applicable rules or recommendations that guide the behavior or the decision making of a manager. It is not easy for children like you to memorize the 14 principles, so I will make this an easy way for you to memorize. Here we can see like it's an example. We can say where a child is asking his dad, "Dad, you see USSR." The father replies, "Oh, I see." Here we can see the 14 principles, like D stands for division of work, A stands for authority and responsibility, D stands for discipline, U for unity of command, C for centralization, U for unity of direction, S scalar chain, and the S for stability, R for remuneration, O for order, I for initiative, S for subordination of individual interest to the general interest, E for equity, and the last E for esprit de corps. This is how we remember the 14 principles of Henry Fayol. We will see these principles one by one. The first principle is division of work. According to this principle, the whole work is divided into small tasks. So we can see the efficiency of a labor will increase only when there is specialization. So the skill of a person can be brought out by making them or making the work into smaller tasks. Next we see authority and responsibility. What is authority? Authority is issuing of command. When a person is issuing a command, this is done only by the management level. It is called as authority. Responsibility means the obligation for performance. What will be the consequences after receiving the command? So authority and responsibility are two sides of the coin, we can say. They go hand in hand. Next we will see what is called as discipline. Discipline is obedience. Proper conduct in relation to others, respect of the authority. It is essential for the smooth functioning of an organization. Next we will see what is unity of command. The principle states that subordinates should receive orders from only one boss. So there should be only one superior. There should be only one superior who gives the order, and it is, if there are going to be more than one superior, it will create confusions and conflict. The next one is unity of direction. There should be only one plan, and that one plan should be from only one person, that is one manager. Too many plans will confuse the workers. The next principle, subordination of individual interest to general interest. The management must put aside personal consideration and put only the company's objectives first. What is the objective of a company? What is the goal of the company must be achieved first. Therefore, the interest of goals of the organization must prevail over the personal interest of the individuals. Next is remuneration of personnel. Workers must be paid. Workers must be paid sufficiently, because that will motivate them. Once they are motivated, we can see the productivity also will increase. Centralization is the next principle. The amount of power with the central management depends upon the company size. Centralization implies the concentration in the decision making. The decision making authority always lies with the top management. We can see here Fayol defines centralization as lowering the importance of the subordinates. So centralization is the powers with the central authority, the manager. The next principle is scalar chain. From the top to the lower management, there should be a proper link. The principle suggests that there should be a clear line of authority from the top to the lower level or the bottom, linking all the managers at all levels. The next principle is order. Order is authoritative. Material order ensures safety and efficiency in the workplace. Order should be acceptable and it should be under the rules of the company. The next principle is equity. Employees should be treated kindly and with justice. Managers should be fair and impartial when dealing with employees. They should give equal attention to all the employees in the organization. The next one is stability and tenure of the employees. Stability is very essential in an organization. As we can see, especially in the managerial personnel, there should not be frequent entry and exit of the employees. They should not come in and go out frequently because as persons are trained, stability is very important. The next principle is initiative. Initiative of employees can add strength and new ideas to an organization. Initiative on the part of employees is a source of strength for organization because it provides new and better ideas. The last one is spirit de corps. Team spirit is otherwise called as team spirit. Helps develop an atmosphere of mutual trust and understanding. Team spirit helps to finish the task on time. So finishing the task on time, that is a team spirit, is very essential, and that is the last principle, the 14th principles of Henry Fayol. Next we will see the span of management. The span of management refers to the number of subordinates who can be managed efficiently by a superior. We can see here there is a wide span and a narrow span. The wide span has a flat structure and the narrow span has a tall structure. We can see in this diagram it is a flat structure and a narrow structure. With a wider span, there will be less hierarchical levels and thus the organization structure would be flat. Whereas in the narrow span, the hierarchical level increases, hence the organizational structure is tall. There is two types of span is to make the communication easier. We can see here the communication will be easier, but whereas in this case we can say the communication takes a lot of steps to reach the other levels. We will do a small recap of what we have learned today. In today's lesson we have learned Principles of Scientific Management by F.W. Taylor, Principles of Management by Henry Fayol, and Span of Management. Children, learn lesson 1, page number 7 to 9, the Principles of Management. Thank you, children.